Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. You should check out my website, welshaudio.com. Everything ships for free. The prices that you see is the prices that you'll pay at checkout. Enjoy the video.
All right, guys, welcome back. But before we get into this week's video, shout out to Dylan and his buddy from Kentucky. They drove down last night from Kentucky to North Alabama, so all the way through Tennessee, to get my son's white JP53 that he had for sale. Now, Dylan got a decent deal on that amp, but I guess more than anything, they must have wanted to just take a road trip and have some fun in the meantime. But shout out to Dylan, really cool guy. We wound up meeting him at a Walmart parking lot and was together for quite a while. I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour, I'm not real sure, but we talked forever. He got a demo of my son's Tahoe and showed us a bunch of pictures of all the stuff he's got and has had and has worked on. He's a bass head for sure. So thanks a lot, Dylan. All right, Dylan is also a big Down for Sound fan. Anyhow, so you guys know that I got this in the Droppin' Hertz $199 mystery box a few months ago. I guess it has been a few months now, but I've already done a video on a JP8. It's one of my favorite amps. I recommend this amp all the time. I've already done a video on a blue JP8 probably a year and a half. I think we're really probably almost 2 years ago, to be honest. But while I've got this and it's brand new, before I put it up for sale, let's dyno it. Let's just see what the numbers it puts out. This is also a 1.5, and let's see what kind of numbers it puts out compared to the one I did nearly 2 years ago. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do another unboxing. Gosh, it's raining today, too. You may hear a little bit of rain on the roof. If it starts raining heavy again, I'll just have to pause and come back. But this is a black one, and I think they put BP on here because now some of their black amps are painted instead of anodized. And the anodized amps are the ones that they're calling, what is it, Elite or something like that. But I think that's what that BP is black paint or black painted. But let's get into it. I have opened this amp up before. I think I showed it. I think I already showed this amp. I've never hooked it up. It's still yet to be wired up. All right, let's get this out. You gotta hear the rain on the roof. Let's get it out. So I'll be honest with you guys. Gosh, I don't know, that gloss black is looking pretty good this morning. I was gonna say I like the anodized ones better. And in the end, I think I still do. Those anodized finishes are so slick. But golly, now that I've got this out of the box this morning, I'm thinking that that's a good looking amp too. My son's white amp was painted as well. Some of the colors are paint, some of them are anodized. Anyhow, let me know what you think. What do you think about the difference between the painted ones and the anodized ones? I will say this one shows every little thing. Look at that. I mean, that's wow. I mean, you'd have to wipe this thing down constantly. I'll wipe it down so it don't look that bad throughout the whole video, but just wanted to show y'all. But while we're here on this end, let's check it out again. We got the low level inputs, power, protect, and clip lights. Super cool that this amp has a clip light. Metal potentiometers here. Got the gain 6 volts to 0.2, subsonic 10 hertz to 50 hertz, bass boost 0 to 9 dB. There's your input for your remote. Notice it's got the wider. This amp comes with that nice remote and a low pass filter from 35 hertz to 250 hertz. This amp is made for subwoofers, so don't buy one of these for your door speakers. You're going to wonder why it don't sound right. And it is strappable. So you got the switch here for master and slave, and the single output for doing that to run over to the other amp or into this amp. All right, let's flip it around. All right, there's those 4-gauge power and ground inputs. That remote looks like 8-gauge, and then over here the speaker, 2 negatives, 2 positives. They all 4 appear to be 8-gauge. And the good stuff on the bottom, look at my fingerprints all over it again there this morning. This is the 1.5, and let me see, what is the deal with that? It says V1 on there, but the 1.5s are the JP8s. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. That had the clear bottom. I think the version, plain old version 1s. Golly, I'm getting some of these confused because the 23, we had the 23 first, and it's a 1.5, but the 8s were always a little bit weird because I think they don't say 1.5 on them, even though they're considered to be the 1.5 if you look at the website. Also, let me look at the box real quick. Yeah, the box says 1.5. Let me get right here. The box says 1.5. I'm trying to think. Y'all help me now. I know they put the clear on the bottom, but did the 1.5 also come with the better bass knob? I can't remember. So also in the box, there's that owner's manual. And here's that bass knob that everybody likes. This is not the Bluetooth bass knob, but I'll be honest with you guys. Me and Skylar are not a big fan of the Bluetooth bass knob after having one. And we did have one of the ones that you don't have to spin it around 5 times. It was normal. But being the Bluetooth and it needing to connect, and there was a little bit of a delay. Skylar could tell you more about it than me, but I think there was a delay. I can't remember if it was just a delay in the gain or if it was a delay in when the clip light would come on. But either way, when he was doing like a burp, he would have to try to think about that delay, and when he's turning it up real quick and just for a second or two, consider the delay as opposed to how long or how much he's going to clip. So I don't know, at first we thought that Bluetooth bass knob was going to be cool and awesome and just love it, and he was so glad to go back to a regular wired bass knob. All right, we'll check out the manual. Let's look at this bass knob. And he is back to the bass knob on that SFB that has the voltage and clip light and all the good stuff. So look at that. That black, shiny black, or gloss black matches so good. That looks cool. These are the neatest bass knobs, but they got so much on them. The temperature, voltage, power protect, clip. I mean, they're just super cool. Yep, this is a good one right here. This is a good bass knob there that we would enjoy. Did I show y'all on the? Here's that nice cord on the bottom. Did y'all see the words there? They put cool stuff on all these. Okay. All right. Well, there it is. Let's get into it. I'll quit yakking. Number one, let's wipe this thing off and start getting it wired up. All right, guys, before we wire it up, here's those ratings. Let me get in there for you. All right, so we got some different ratings going on for sure, but you see we're rated 490 at 4 ohms. I'm sure that's going to be at 14.4 because right above that is 500 at 2 ohms, but that's at 12 volts. So 650 at 14.4 and 1850 at 14.4. But it is cool that they give us a little bit of a couple of 12 volt ratings there as well. And then on the back, you saw that a little bit already. This is one of those amps that JP53 was this way as well. I'll tell you something that's, all right. So on your crossovers, your low pass and your subsonic, this one has little clicks on the potentiometers. And so if you don't have like a crossover calibrator, you can roll these all the way down or I'm over here. All right, subsonic and the low pass, and count the tiny little clicks. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put these on whatever frequency you want to put them on. Now, I'll say this though, when we were setting the crossovers on my son's JP53, and I think the reason they do that is with it having the click, it'll stay in place. So the bass, we've never had this happen, to be honest, but I reckon the bass can cause your potentiometer to roll on you some, and boy, you get an amp all out of whack, that could really be a big deal. But again, we haven't ever had that happen. I guess one day we might, I don't know. But we wanted to set his, for example, like right here it is low pass. Look at the low pass. You have to select either 78.5, which is 15 clicks, or 88, which is 16 clicks. I think we were going to set his low pass at 80, and there was not an exact 80, and we were setting it with a crossover calibrator, the CC1, and so that 80 hertz was right between 2 clicks. So I can't remember, but we chose one of those two. I've got it written down. We always write that stuff down. But I don't know. We weren't the biggest fan of not being able to use the CC1 like normal and set that to exactly 80. And then I want to say on the subsonic, we were going to use 25. Yeah, look right there. You've got 23.3 and 26.7. We were not able to use the CC1 to select exactly 25 hertz. Not a big deal. Listen, these 1 click high or 1 click low, it's negligible. It's not even really worth getting upset over. But I just wanted to mention that for you guys that would care to know that. All right, let me get it wired up and let's start seeing what kind of output we get out of this one. I'll go back and look at the old video and probably write it down and let you know the difference between this one and the old one. The one thing is, when I did the other video with the blue one, I cannot remember if I had the same amount of lithium as I do today. But we'll check out the voltage drop and kind of compare. That'll probably tell us. That's what's important, is how many watts we're doing at that voltage at the end of the run. So let me get it wired up. All right, guys, here we go. This first run is going to be the 4 ohm run, which was rated 490 at 14.4. We're going to be starting off at that 14.8 that we love so much. Capturing the current. I forgot to show y'all that originally in the box was also 2 Allen keys. Let me know what you think about my mat also, the new mat here. I've enjoyed working on a little bit of a softer surface, but let me know what you think. Probably don't look too much different, but y'all let me know. Also, on those potentiometers, the gain and the bass boost are both smooth when you turn them. It's the low pass and the subsonic filter only that have the click, 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 when you roll them up. All right, let's see. Rated 490. This is 40 hertz. What are we going to see? Here we go. Nice. 546. The voltage did not drop. We pulled 52.9 amps of current. All right, let's do dynamic at 4 ohms. All right, here we go. Dynamic at 4. A little bit more. Still going. Nice. That's some pretty good power at 4 ohms. All right, cool. All right, let me get it set up for a 2 ohm test. All right, 2 ohms, rated 650. What's it gonna do? 40 hertz. Nice. 933, the voltage dropped to 14.5, and the current draw was 99 amps. Wow, that's some good power right there at 2 ohms. Let's do 2 ohms dynamic. 2 ohms dynamic. What are we gonna see? Nice. A little bit more. 978. That's awesome. All right, let's get it set up for 1 ohm testing. All right, guys, it's the 1 ohm. Y'all know she's been exceeding all of her numbers so far. So what is she gonna do at 1 ohm? Let's find out. Rated 850. So y'all keep in mind, it's a JP8 800 watt amplifier, but it's actually rated 850. I don't remember if the first version of these amps were rated 850 or not. Y'all let me know. All right, here we go. 40 hertz, rated 850. Let's roll it up. Actually, y'all saw I started rolling it right there, but I just noticed that the DD1 went off. All right, let's continue rolling it up. What? 1414, that's crazy. 14.4 volts, that's perfect. And the current draw was 176.4. What a stout little amp. Guys, y'all know I recommend this amp all the time to people. In fact, there will be times that somebody will ask, you know, what's a nice amp for these subs or whatever, and I'll know that it's something where they need to be in the 1,000 to 1,500 watt range, 1,200, something like that. A lot of times, this is probably my #1 amp that I recommend, and a lot of times I'll mention this, and I won't even mention the WA2K, because I'll know that, yeah, that WA2K might be a little bit too much power for them. And also, it just kind of goes back to what I was saying in the other video, those of y'all that follow the channel closely. I'm not just so eat up with the Welsh Audio stuff that I'm going to always push it instead of other stuff. I recommend the JP8 all the time, and sometimes I do it without even mentioning the WA2K. But 1414, that's awesome. I cannot remember what the blue one did. Again, at the end of the video, I'll go back and pull those numbers, and I'll compare. But let's switch over to, if I can do all this in one take, let's just get over here to that dynamic run. I'm sorry, yeah, dynamic. Let's see, folder 3, track. Okay, sorry guys, I usually pause for this and then come back. All right, here we go. Dynamic at 1 ohm. Wow. 15, 35, 38. All right, guys. What a cool amp. What a cool amp. Do y'all want to hear it? Do we want to hear this one? We've already heard the blue one. I feel like we should. We gotta listen to it. So I'll roll it over there. We'll hook it up to either the 2 SCAR 12s or the 2 Sundown 15s, and we will take a listen. All right, guys, here we are. Let's listen to it. Let's see what kind of output we get. What do y'all think about that gloss black? I don't know. I kind of like it. That JP23 that we got was the anodized black, and to me, that thing always looked kind of like a dark gray. My son says it looks black to him, but to me, it's like a dark gray or a light black. It's not just a black like this is. In fact, we had that thing for a while, and I didn't realize it was black. I thought it was, dark gray. Anyhow, let me know what you think. All right, let's listen to it. We're going to do the SCAR 12s up there on top. All right, we'll give the neighbors a break. What do y'all think about that? 1532. Wow. What a good little amp. Guys, I was talking about the WA2K a minute ago. Here's the deal. The WA2K is a better value than this amp. It's more power for less money, and it still has a clip light and all that kind of stuff. But, if you want a more recognizable brand, a clear back, an even better bass knob that has the voltage and stuff like that, man, grab you a JP8. I thought about keeping this and putting it in my truck. Honestly, again, like I said in that other video, we love all brands, all amps. I think that's part of the fun. I really considered keeping this for myself. I don't know. I think I'm just going to sell it, honestly. I come across so many amps nowadays. I'm rolling through a lot of amps, and so I'll have another opportunity. I've had two now. It's funny because I really kind of wanted to keep both JP8s. I like them so much. The truth is, another JP8 will probably come across my test bench one day. But let's get back over there and let's fill out the card. Also, let's compare the wattages between this one and the blue one. All right, guys, this is the time that we normally look at the back plate. We've already looked at the black plate, the guts, anyhow. We'll go over it again, let you guys look. I know there's a glare there because I'm not going to take the plexi off. We'll sell this to somebody. There's no need to take it off with the clear. But also, I looked all this up for you. So I did have 2 banks of lithium when I tested the blue amp, 4 banks of lithium today with the black amp. So the black amp put out, every number was better because there was less voltage drop on every single run. But this is 4 ohms, 2 ohms, 1 ohm. The blue amp did 538 and the voltage dropped to 14.5. The black amp did 546. The voltage did not drop. It stayed at 14.8. This is also a testament to how some even more electrical can help you out even more. I had some decent electrical here, and then now even better. But at 2 ohms, the blue amp did 890. The black one did 933. 1 ohm blue amp, 1303. The voltage dropped to 13.9. The black amp, 1414. The voltage dropped to 14.4. And then here's what they did on music. Look at this. 2 watts apart on music. 1530 and 1532. This is regular price as pretty much what I paid for it. I did a mystery box with dropping hertz, and that's what I paid for the mystery box. And so I paid full price for this amp. It was cool to do that though, just for the surprise, and I don't know, it was neat to me. I don't regret it. But this is current price on Down for Sound. I'm not an affiliate for Down for Sound, but I am going to tell you, hey, if you're interested in looking at these or picking one up, head over there and check them out. But that's the price, $199.99. He does put them on sale sometimes, and you can get them for cheaper than that. But yeah, it's still a good amp for the money, because you're going to get some extras here, and those extras are going to cost you a little bit. But it's still a great, I don't know, all the Down for Sound amps are still a really good deal compared to, the equivalent in just a top tier amp, a Salt or, a Crescendo or any of those. But yeah, they're kind of in the middle. I like them a lot, but that's it. let's get this flipped back over. This is one thing I like about my new mat too. Is like when I flip these amps over, I don't worry about them getting scratched up there. But let's flip it over and let's fill out the card. All right, guys, here we go. She did. What I like about this run was the ending voltage was 14.4, so that was pretty cool. My dog's out there playing in the water. If you hear that, sorry about that, guys. 1414. That was at 40 hertz, 1 ohm, uncertified. Remember that ending voltage was at 14.4. So. Anyhow, guys, thank y'all for the support. Please subscribe if you haven't. We got some cool stuff going on. We're dropping those build series videos on Wednesdays. We're just having a good time on the channel right now. Thank you so much for the support, and we'll see you next time.